Oh yeah, I remember that. Where's the West Regional this year? You know?
I'm not sure. Yeah, but they also have Pacific and South Carolina was there, and they ended up winning the championship that year. Yep.
That's actually impressive.
Head Coach Jerod Haase. Coach, the statement.
Yeah, just got beat by a very good team. Washington State's proven throughout the year, whether it's record, net ranking, the whole bit, that they're very talented, they're very deep. They have a good plan, they're athletic, and they're good on both sides of the ball. We struggled a lot in the first half, offensively in particular, but somewhat defensively. I sit here right now, and may change my mind, but I sit here right now with optimism that many of the mistakes tonight were correctable. Again, I'll need to review the tape and see if I really believe that after that. But I think defensively and offensively, I thought we made some errors that I think are correctable, and we need to correct them quickly in short prep, not only to learn from the last game, but prepare for the next game. For a young team, that's challenging, but it's also something we're going to have to do.
Well, Coach, they jumped on you guys early, and then the second half they got a biggest lead of 16, but you got it down to 3 and 4, and you kept making comebacks. So, what would you say about their intestinal fortitude in the second half?
So, yeah, I have not questioned our guys' toughness, desire, commitment to the team, commitment to the plan. Very rarely, if any, this year, and this was no exception. If we didn't make as much of a run, I still don't think I would have questioned that. There's a great desire for the guys to achieve at the highest level. Having said that, we need to make sure we don't dig such a deep hole. But over and over and over this year, when we've done that, we tend to make a run, and today was no exception.
Washington State's guards seem to be able to get wherever they wanted on the court for most of the game. How did that happen? Was it tactical or what was that?
They're really good. They tend to do that against everybody they play against. They spread it out with shooters on the perimeter. They set a ball screen and try and create space for those guys to go downhill. So not much different than most games they played this year. And, much of the coverages, we understand it's not just the one guy or two guys in that ball screen situation. It's all five guys. And at times we did it okay, even though it looked like they're getting to the paint and getting some decent looks. It's a hard team to take everything away.
Talk about his performance. Obviously, how the corner three didn't go down, but just talk about how he's progressing and kind of the confidence that you guys showed in him to take this.
Who was that? I'm sorry.
Issa.
Yeah, no, Issa's growing. Freshman year's such a learning curve and such an opportunity. He's embracing every chance he gets out there, whether it's in film, whether it's scouting reports, practice. He's had a great attitude and keeps working. I believe in him greatly. I think he has a great future ahead of him here, and we're going to continue to put the ball in his hands and watch him grow right before our eyes.
During the comeback, you guys picked up full court and had some success with that. Is that something you envision using more moving forward, or?
Yeah, it's a tool in the toolbox, I guess, as they say. Not opposed to it. We need to make sure we're cognizant of a lot of things. Okay, is it going to be effective that game? Are guys, fatigued and able to do it? We have 8 games in 17 days right now, a stretch of games, game after game after game. So just putting our guys out there and trying to wear them down at times may be effective, but at times we need to be aware of that. And then certain teams kind of handle the pressure differently. Today we threw it out there when we were down. It was effective. So I would just say that it is a tool in the toolbox.
Let's talk about Spencer Jones' performance, 24 points, 4 of it from deep, 10 of 14 on the field overall. Let's talk about what he gave tonight.
Yeah, he's such a talented player. Obviously, we know he's a great shooter, but this year we're seeing him really even more effective around the rim, effective as an offensive rebounder, and absolutely really a star on the defensive end. He means a ton to the program. Even when he's not scoring, he adds so much value. But I'm really proud of the way he competes. If my kids ever come to practice, I tell them to watch Spencer because of the way he prepares every day, how hard he goes in every drill, and he's really a role model for any kid that wants to be a great player because he works so hard. And that's why you see us have games like this, because he has great preparation.
Coach, when you got it down to 63-60, was there a look you were hoping to get or a different player trying to drop rather than the corner three you guys got off?
Not necessarily. We wanted to get a clean look. It didn't have to be a 3 or 2, but we wanted to either get to the interior or the defense, and what we wanted is a clean look. Against the zone, it might be a little bit hard to dictate, what position, what on the floor, that kind of thing, but we wanted to create for a teammate and get a clean look.
Anything else, Coach?
This weekend, Dejan will be coming back to Stanford. Can you talk about what that game will mean and seeing him on the other sideline?
Yeah, we've played them once already this year. They're having a good season. They beat us up at their place. Dejan's a Stanford graduate. He's a talented player, a really high quality person, and he and I both, I think, would say that while the experience here was a great opportunity for both of us, that when we compete against each other, we're all going to compete for our own teams. But he's again, a pretty neat deal to be a Stanford graduate. Has all kinds of records here, whether it's scoring and assists and games and things like that. And one of my first recruits, and so he's certainly means a lot to me in the program.
I was going to ask just about Washington. Anything you need to do differently to win that one this time around? You guys kind of like this one, got down and came back. What needs to change to win that one again?
Well, we need to get shots first of all. That's a really good starting point against Washington. They do a great job getting deflections and creating turnovers, so we're going to have to find ways to get quality shots. And then on the defensive end, try and be more like ourselves and not give away easy baskets like we did today.
Coach, Sunday afternoon start, you have to do any different type of preparation for that?
Not necessarily. We're pretty. We adapt. There's so many changes this year in particular in terms of game times, how many games you're playing, how much rest you have, how many days of preparation, and so we adapt pretty well, but no major changes in how we'll do it. We'll review this game, we'll learn from it, and then do the best we possibly can to prepare our guys and be mentally and physically fresh and able to execute the game plan.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You guys all good? Yep. Yeah. I picked them. I thought they should have. Vegas, as you know, did not, but I thought they were.
Spencer question. I don't know anything about Spencer.
He's 1 point off very high.
Yeah. And only won in double figures.
Yeah, no, they haven't had many guys reach double figures recently.
They gotta get more to Ingram. Julie's serving award watch list. McDonald's All-American freshman.
Yeah.
You've gotta give him.
You might want 2 for 10 though.
He's gotta get
I mean,
going.
almost all his shots are outside too.
Yeah.
He's gotta get rolling. And I mean, I understand that part of his game is to
Facilitate.
and be a jack of all trades guy. I understand that, but when you're at the level he's at, you gotta be, you still gotta look at the box score and go, oh wow, he has 10 like, every night. He's gotta be one of these kind of deals where,
Oscar last year.
yeah, you still have to.
I think what we should do is, how do you think we should like they're doing something like the second half. serious turnovers.
Oh, that is right. You're right.
Tyrell Terry was probably the most consistent one recently. He was pretty good.
And Zaire was kind of like, he had the protocol,
He had two separate deaths in the family. So
Yeah.
he missed a lot of time.
Yeah, the triple-double though.
He had a triple double. Yeah. He had a lot of ups and downs. But
Yeah.
it was just a tough year for him personally, I think.
Mhm. But he still knew he was gonna be high draft pick.
I was career high yesterday. He had like 21 points last night.
Oh, really? Because who?
Someone good. I think actually somehow good. But that'll count. Yeah, and the radio guy or nice television guy for Memphis is Brevin Knight.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, what's his name didn't have a good game. John didn't have a great game. I think his shooting was bad. And they still got it done though, so.
I also think Zaire's he's a better pro fit too, I think.
Right.
He's got that kind of game. I think Harrison's a better college fit actually.
Who? Which one?
Harrison Ingram's got more of a college game.
Well, once again, that's one of those deals where, cause just the way his tools are, he in the right spot in that body he has. 6'8" with nice handles.
Yeah, how many of those?
Yeah, you can do well anywhere, but
That's true.
it all depends on what kind of system he ends up in and what the expectations are. Like I said, with Ja taking all the limelight,
He's a good guy to
he
be
can
part
kind of
of.
just blend in, right?
Yeah.
Whereas it's not coming there like, okay, this team stinks, you gotta take over. That's a whole different animal.
Yeah, actually, he probably did him a lot of good to fall a little bit in the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't fall that far. He went pretty high, but
Right.
to fall.